The price of Bitcoin plunged to its lowest level since 2020. And Luna, a controversial stable coin associated with Terra USD, lost all of its value. It was supposed to be pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. The crash in crypto prices wiped out more than $300 billion this week. Scott Melker is a crypto trader and investor, as well as the host of the Wolf of All Streets podcast. He is here now to help us break this all down. Scott, thanks so much. So Bitcoin was up a bit today, jumped back to about 30,000, above 30,000. But let's talk about why we're seeing this so-called crypto meltdown, crypto sell-off, and if other digital currencies can come back from this.
Well, they can certainly come back. And I think that the crypto meltdown is a function, obviously, of a larger global risk-off environment. I mean, we have inflation concerns, of course, concerns of a more hawkish Fed. And then, as you kind of mentioned before, we have the self-inflicted wound from the Luna stablecoin effectively breaking its peg, and now Luna pushing towards zero. But at the end of the day, we did have that drop to 25,000, and now we're trading back above 30,000. And it's a bit disingenuous to just focus on the crypto meltdown when you have tech stocks like Netflix going down 75% as well from their all-time highs. I think it's important to focus on what likely comes next, and we don't have to look very far back in history to see. In March of 2020, Bitcoin dropped below $4,000 about 10 days before the stock market bottomed. The stock market doubled from there, and Bitcoin went up a casual 17x to 69,000. So I think that we can expect, once this risk-off environment ends, markets start to bottom, that we'll see an absolute major run from Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Well, let me ask you a question to that point. Like, as a novice here, right? I always thought of crypto as something that was independent of the mainstream system, right? And then increasingly, though, there have been moves to make it more mainstream. You've got stablecoin now, stable coins, plural. You can go to an ATM and get a Bitcoin if you want to. El Salvador made it an actual currency. And now it looks an awful lot like the stock market. I'm wondering if, crypto is what we thought it was going to be, which was sort of an independent currency that wasn't going to be pegged to all the sort of the global movements that we've been seeing.
Well, when you ask for institutional adoption, sometimes you get the same results from other assets from Bitcoin now, which is slightly unfortunate, as correlations really are at their all-time high between Bitcoin and the NASDAQ. But that said, if you zoom out and look at the 10-year sort of trading history of Bitcoin the last 10 years, it has been largely an uncorrelated asset, roughly 0.16. So I do expect that to return. But as I said, when you go risk off, all correlations of all assets go to one. It matters really what happens next. And I squarely believe, like I said, from recent history, that we will see a massive run, and we will see it once again uncorrelated from those other asset classes.
And what's been the response from Washington?
Well, obviously, regulators already had crypto in the crosshairs. There's stablecoin legislation that's already on the docket. And I think that, unfortunately, this self-inflicted wound from Luna will give them all the ammunition they need to ramp up this fight. I think it remains to be seen. But when you see Janet Yellen on TV, obviously talking about Luna and a stablecoin, it's time to take notice. The good news is that there clearly are people on the Hill that understand the difference between this algorithmic stablecoin and a stablecoin like USDC or USDT that is fully backed by US dollars, easy to redeem, and exceptionally safe. And so I think they will make that differentiation, probably put the more volatile speculative assets in the crosshairs, which is why I think that people right now should probably be focused on those stronger stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, larger market cap coins. But I do think we know that a reckoning and a fight is coming with regulators at some point. All we can do is sort of hold our breath and wait and see if they're reasonable or if they come down heavy-handed.
Okay, so then do you have advice for the casual investor? I mean, it sounds like, you think Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are good for the long haul. But if you're a casual investor, what would you suggest? Because, even before it was volatile.
Treat it like any asset in your portfolio. Dollar cost average slowly with an amount that you're comfortable with, that you're willing to hold for the very long term, have a low time preference, and an exceptionally high time horizon. When I buy Bitcoin, which I just did at 33, 30, 28, 26, adding to my long-term holdings, I have 10, 20-year time horizon in mind. And that's how people should approach all investments, not just Bitcoin and crypto. That said, you should focus on larger market cap coins. not focus on meme coins and dog coins and the more speculative assets. And you should really dive in deep on how to self-custody your assets, how to make sure that they're secure, and really understand the asset class that you're investing in. I think there's a lot of resources to do that, but I do believe that everybody should have at least a small portion of their net worth in this asset class, because it will eventually offer idiosyncratic risk, something that can move separately from those other markets.
I thought it was pronounced Doge coins. Is it dog coins?
It's Doge. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Doge. I said dog coins because when Doge came out, there were all these knockoffs, Shiba Inu and this whole sort of long tail of all
hilarious.
these knockoff coins. It is Dogecoin, but dog coins became an entire genre and asset class of their own.
That's incredible.
That's funny.
I just learned something new.
Not so
Wow.
funny if you invested, though. Not
Yes.
funny at all.
Shiba Inu.
No,
coin.
not so funny if you bought Doge at 75 cents and it's currently trading around 9 or 10. Not that funny.
Yikes. Ugly. All right, Scott Melker, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you.